Good afternoon. How you doing, Marshall? I'm here working on our reveals for this week. I'm sorry I'm late getting these scheduled. I've had some issues this week that slowed me down a little bit in getting things done, but here I am finally getting ready to start moving along with the week. Here's our roll for today. And this is it's sealed tape shut. It's old. It's a 1955S roll. So we're going to see if we can find any of the good stuff in here. And I'm going to go ahead and start busting the roll open now. I'm going to get this tape off of here. That didn't take much. I thought it would be a lot harder to get off than that. Just kind of peeled off, but you'll never get it back on there the way it was. And so I'll show you how to get these open. These are the double cap end rolls. Hey Joe, hey Scott. The double cap end rolls are not difficult to open if you know what you're doing with them. You just pull the caps off, both ends. Yo man, how you doing? Midnight Silver Run, Brandon. Okay, and then you tap it on a table, and the coins will start falling out the end, just like that. You may have to tap it more than once to get all the coins out. I'll try to keep these in order as I go along here. See if I can get the rest of these out of here. Okay, now once you get to a point where you've got about a third or less than half of them out, you should be able to start pushing them over. See how I just pushed them over? And then if you squeeze the top and bottom of the tube, they'll all just slide right out. And that's how you do it. Very simple, very easy to get out of these rolls. I know a lot of people wouldn't buy this kind of tube because they thought the coins would be really hard to get out. It's the Megrig tubes that can be really hard. They're the ones that you have to heat to get the coins out of them. There we go, all done. About that fast. Let's discard the pieces here and turn the coins up so I can get started on them. Wow, we've got, see, Brandon, Scott, Yeoman, Adam Chambers, Steeler 69, how you doing? Scott Hall, Bulldog, Dennis Paulson's here. There we go. Alright folks, to get started here, here's our first coin, coin number 1. It's going to go to Paul Hampton. Let me get these coins out of the way. There we go. First coin is going to go to Paul Hampton. Got to get it focused in. And this will be Paul Hampton's coin. And I don't see anything on this one. So number of RPMs for 1955S. There is a double die obverse that shows tripling in the eyelid area. Other than that, I don't know of anything on 55S, including the reverse. Just got nothing on the reverse. Morning, Scott and Steve and Coin Guy American. Got nothing here on the reverse on this one. So that's coin number 1 for you, Paul Hampton. Now we're kind of used to having 55S rolls pop RPMs for, so there could be a few RPMs in here, and I'm really hoping that one of these days we'll catch RPM number 1. Those things go for $30 to $50 in uncirculated condition because they are very scarce. They're difficult to come by. This is coin number 2. It's going to Marshall. And on Marshall's coin, which is just a little spotty, I am seeing nothing. Not an RPM. Not a double die. Let's check the eyelid area. Nope. Nothing on the eyelids. And just your average 1955S Lincoln cent, unfortunately, this time around. Alright. That's for Marshall. Coin number 2. Well, let's get coin number 3 out and see what happens. There's Tim Morrell. Tim Morrell, coin number 3. And looks like we've got nothing so far. Well, I know for sure this roll hasn't been checked for RPMs or double dies. One of my primary problems of late has been that I cannot seem to stay awake. I'm taking like 2 naps per day just to try to keep myself going. I get a full night's sleep, or usually get close to a full night's sleep, and I'm still tired. And I'm not really sure why that is, but I happen to be doing better today. Today seems to be an up day for me, which is why I'm doing the reveals today. With that and the fact that if I didn't do the reveals today, I wouldn't have any time left to do them. But I've had problems trying to stay awake. I've had problems trying to get any work done, and well, it's just, you know, I lay down, I'm asleep before my head hits the pillow. I mean, I'm serious. It's just not fun. A couple of die gouges in the front of the eye on this one. Nothing else there. This one's for Jim Fletcher. It's coin number 4. So I got these scheduled every 45 minutes until the Super Bowl starts. So we're trying to get a few shows in today, and then we'll finish them up tomorrow and on Tuesday morning. Well, also nothing on this one. And there's Techstar. Now, coin number 6. Good afternoon, Techstar. Is for Deanne. Let's see what Deanne gets out of here. Well, it's another die. Different die, but unfortunately it's not an RPM. And not a double die. So I move on. Six coins down now. Still no RPMs. Coin number 7, Farm Dog. Are you talking of my condition, Joe? I don't think it's exhaustion. I don't do enough to be exhausted. As I probably could use a week off, but haven't had one of those in a while now. Hey, Coin Junkie. Alright, Sureg gets coin number 8. Let's check out coin number 8 and see what's there. I'd hate to run into a roll first thing today, run into a roll that doesn't really have anything in it. But that looks like that could happen to us. No, Dennis, my blood pressure's not low. My blood pressure's pretty high most of the time, and well, a normal for me is about 140/90. So it's not a hypotension issue, that's for sure. Mike Birchman, coin number 9 now. Copper poisoning. Guess that could be a possibility. I'm not eating the pennies though. it would have to be leached in through my skin, which I suppose I touch enough of them that could be the case. I did get a pretty bad case of the sneezes the other day when I was going through bags of wheat pennies, counting them out in the machine. Man, it was sneezy day. Alright, here's coin number 10. This one goes to Sureg. Sureg, coin number 10, and nothing. Looking all around the eye area. I saw something above the eye that looked like it could have something to do with a double die, but it isn't. It's just a little die gouge. Well, Sir Gold, we haven't really found anything yet. This row has turned out to be blank so far. Deanne up next. It does happen occasionally, even on 55S, which is very commonly loaded full of RPMs. I thought I was going to get you guys a pocket full of RPMs today, but it doesn't appear to be the case, unfortunately. Hello, Ramon Juan. I will do that at some point in the near future. I need to go get labs done and have my doctor take a look at it. Could also be a case of over-medication. Not really sure. Here's BR Chef. I was taking one particular medication for my PTSD and it was making me tired all the time. Then they switched me over to this one and I was fine for 2 years, and now I seem to be tired all the time again. No, it's like actually near non-functional tired sometimes, where I get to sit down at my desk, try to do some work, and I'm literally fighting just to keep my eyes open, and I can't think about what I'm doing. There's no concentration. Again, this could be a minor RPM to the west. I see a bit of a split right there, but I think that might be a hit on the mit mark. I think it's a hit on the mit mark. Oh, Bulldog. Oh, I hope so too. Man, I tell you what, being this tired all the time is not fun. But I do like the idea of taking a nap once in a while. Only problem is I don't like to be napping most of the day. You go to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, then you wake up at 2 in the morning, you stay up until 7, you go back to sleep, you stay asleep until noon, you get up and eat lunch, try to get some work done, by 4 o'clock you're tired again. It's like I can barely get my work done right now, let alone the mere idea of trying to run a show, you know, and do these reveal shows. So I'm trying to crunch them all in on a day where I'm actually less tired than normal. Yes, I have been tested for MS. Had a brain scan that showed some rather unusual anomalies in my brain, so they tested me for MS by doing a spinal tap. Came out negative. I do have a cousin who has MS though. My father's sister's daughter. There's number 16, Adam Chambers. Not showing reverses on these because the reverses are simply just not known for any die varieties. Made a good call on that last one that I thought was a minor repunch mint mark. It's got the same die gouge down there below the mint mark, and it has nothing doubled on the mint mark, so the other one was not doubled either. Yeah, spinal taps are no fun, especially when the gap in your vertebrae is unusually small and they have to use a fluoroscope to do it. Doug Walters. Nothing else there. I've got these scheduled every, what is it, hour and 45 minutes, something like that. Here's Sir Gold right here. But what I'm going to do actually is as soon as I get finished with one, you can go back out to the channel and find the next one. This has got grease filled area in the center of the die. Took out some of the design features. It's basically just like along the jaw and the cheek here up into the hair. This is obviously an uncirculated coin, but the wear on it would show fine to very fine. There you go. See the flatness, not wear. But the flatness, if you counted the flatness as wear, it would be a pretty low grade coin, but it's obvious that it's uncirculated because it has no wear on it. There's Sir Gold for you. Now Farm Dog. And I haven't had really anything checked in the last, I'd say 2 or 3 years. It's been a couple of years. I lived in Florida last time I had a real comprehensive checkup. Okay. Well, that's coin number 19 for Farm Dog now. How about number 20? Adam Chambers. Oh. Still nothing there. That's got the little die gouges up above the eye that I was noticing at a different time, so we've seen this die before. Well, nothing special here, but we do have a pretty nice 1955 S Lincoln cent there. Now for Sir Gold, did I just... No, we had that a few coins ago. Yeah, 3-4 coins ago. And here he is again. What do we get this time? Is that actually... Yeah, it's an RPM number 5, I do believe. Looks like an RPM number 5. Sounds like an RPM number 5. RPM 5 is the one that has all that gunk down below the mint mark. It's all that extra thickness, whatever stuff going on below the mint mark. I'll have to check this for markers, but I do believe it is RPM number 5, and it has a little bit of a lamination peel too. So there's a little bit of lamination on this one. And looks like we do have probably a RPM number 5. So finally we're getting something out of this roll. So there's a good one for Sir Gold. Now coin number 22. So we're not quite halfway through the roll and we find our first RPM in here. Let's see if we find more. Well, nothing here. Well, that's BR Chef. Another nice but normal 1955S. And here's one for Yo Man. A byte error on a quarter. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Be interesting for sure. I kind of tend to stay away from quarters though. They work well in Coke machines and washing machines. John Brandon Bow, coin number 24. It's like another normal one. Oh. Yeah. Now, coin number 25. Yo Man Gull. Halfway through the roll at this point. That appears to be a little RPM right there. I think that might be RPM number 7. Talking about this extra little piece sticking out of the right side of the top of the mint mark there. It's an extra upper serif to the east. So I do believe we have another RPM here. We'll check the LU of pluribus on that other coin that I pulled, see if it is indeed RPM number 5. Okay, got an RPM on this one. This is for Yo Man. And I have been informed to look for a particular marker on this other coin, so I'm going to look for it. And right it's very late dye state, very difficult to see any detail. But I don't see what I'm looking for, so it may or may not be. Let's look at coin number 26 now. Joe McBride. I'll have to take a really close look at these later as I'm doing the recheck on the roll. Take a good close look at those and see what we come up with. I'm relatively sure that I've got 2 RPMs here. But I've only found one example of each and we're over halfway through the roll. So that bears mind to question why. Not really sure. Except that these may not be RPMs. They may just be some sort of coin or die damage. That was for Marshall, in case you couldn't see it. There's number 28 now. Goes to Jeff Dunn. Coin number 28 for Jeff Dunn. Nothing there, boys and girls. Now number 29. Yo man, go. Yeah, we're kind of a weird breed of cats where the coins become more important to us than the folding money. I'll give you my folding money if you give me coins back. They look at you like you have a third eye in your forehead. Alright, now coin number 30, Tim Morrell. Seeing anything here. All that crud you see on the inside of the mint mark that shows up at different light angles, that's all normal stuff, just part of the base of the mint mark punch. Nothing to be alarmed of. It won't hurt you. Now, is using your speakerphone in the middle of a store a good idea? No, it's not. Just thought I'd throw that in there for good measure. People talking about quarters in here. I like all coins. I just happen to like Lincoln cents far more than I like most of the others. I'll keep you loaded up with Lincoln cents today. I'll tell you what I'm going to do as soon as I finish this show. I'll exit. You can go back out to the channel, find the next show, and come back in. And we will just shoot them one show after the other. Not necessarily falling in perfect time with the schedule. I have no idea when I start these exactly where I'm going to end up in accordance with my schedule. And I would like to keep the audience enthralled through the entire process without having to have a 30-45 minute break between. So we'll just do one to the other today. Try to get 3 shows done today in good time. Here's Bulldog. Bulldog comes up next, coin number 34. And coin number 34 sports a very normal 1955S. I know this because of the die scratch that parallels the front of the vest. We've already seen this die in this roll. One of the things that I have decided to change with my auction anyway is that I will accept gold or silver in payment for your auction winnings. So if you happen to have a couple of extra ounces of silver laying around that you don't want anymore, you can spend them at my auction. I will do them at spot price, close spot price the day of the auction. John Brandon Bow comes up next. That's right, we're going to have non-stop action today. play-by-play as we go along. And we are finding very little here for a 1955 S roll, which is a little disappointing, but nonetheless. Oh, there's another one of those. A little hump coming out the right side of the upper serif, I think. I'll have to take a better look at it later, but I do believe this is going to be another RPM. This one goes to DN. If you get any of these coins and they're not marked as RPMs, that means when I went back through the roll, I figured out that I had been mistaken. I do that often because I'm a human. I am not Pinocchio. I am a real boy. Given that I'm entitled to make mistakes once in a while because I am human, you will find that sometimes my attribution skills wane just a little bit when I'm on live camera, simply because, well, I generally look through things more than once, and that's not a bad idea. Now, when I'm looking for stuff for me, I generally race through the rolls rather quickly and leave most of the minor stuff inside the rolls because I prefer the more major stuff. There's another one for Bulldog. Not an RPM here. Also not a doubled eyelid. Now number 39, Jeff Dunn. Where are we with Jeff Dunn here? Looks like a normal coin. Yeah, I'll need about 10 to 15 minutes prep time between this show and the next one. Looks like we're getting rather close to the end. We're at coin number 40 now. And that's Mr. Marshall, coin number 40. Nothing there. Well, Sir Gold, here's what I'll do. I'll call all of your coins double dies while we're doing the roll. And then I'll take another look at them and make a judgment one way or the other after I look at them when the show's over. How about that? That's Mike Birchman. Unfortunately, another normal coin. Here's coin number 42 now, James Worley. And Mr. Worley, another normal coin. This one has an unusually sharp rim on the obverse. Take a better look at that and see if maybe I have a rim fin or something like that on it. It's very sharp on the obverse. There's coin number 43, Adam Chambers. Oops. Little minor RPM, you can see it right there with the upper serif. This is RPM number 9. It's got that gouge up above the L. So this is 1mm009. So a hearty congratulations to Adam Chambers for picking up an RPM number 9 in this roll. Jim Fletcher comes up next. And Jim Fletcher will get, that looks like a normal coin, unfortunately. Yep, looks like a normal coin. Here's coin number 45. Mr. Paul Hampton. And coin number 45 is another normal one. Bummer. And now number 46, Tim Morrell. Nothing there. There's another rim pin, seems like. Huh. Just have a little bit sharper rim around the lower part of the design than I would expect. Just felt a little strange. Okay, that one's a normal die. And now coin number 48, Mike Birchman. All right, nothing there. Now, coin number 49. Next to the last coin, Paul Hampton. And let's see what Paul Hampton ends up with. Well, looks like a normal coin. And now for the last coin in the roll, James Worley, coin number 50. And this one's going to turn out to be normal as well. Got a lot of normal coins in this roll. A lot of coins that did not make the mark for being a die variety. Relatively nice grade coins there. There's a lot of really nice coins in this roll. But overall, what we ended up with was 4 die varieties, different dies. We've got coins numbered 43, 36, 25, and 21. Those 4 coins are going to go to Sir Gold, Yeoman, Deanne, and Adam Chambers. And then the rest of the coins right here turned out to be normal 1955 Lincolns. So we got 4 out of 50 turned up to be die varieties. Not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. So guys, give me about 10, maybe 15 minutes to get set up. It'll be about I'm going to say 4:15. I'll get the next show started. The next one up is a 1952 D roll. And I've got it scheduled at 4:30, but I think I'll start it around 4:15. So I will talk to you guys then. And if you don't happen to have time to come back, I appreciate you coming in, and I'll see you next time around. See you then, folks.